So I'm headed out to the garden and I'm going to start some lettuce seeds. Now, if you live in zone 7, I live in zone 7B. And if you live in zone like 7, 7B or higher, you can actually start your seeds now, your lettuce. And like me here in Southern Oregon, 7B, I actually harvest lettuce all year long, all winter long. And so you can certainly do that now. And if your ground doesn't freeze solid. Now, of course, there's one thing in the wintertime, I do have to contend with bugs and whatnot. So once I plant them in the garden, they're actually going to get row covers on them. It'll protect them from the frost and from bugs and stuff like that. And so now I'm going to start them in trays, and then they're going to go into the grow room for about 2 weeks. So, you know, get them, you want to have the consistent temperatures in the 70s and whatnot so that they'll germinate and grow, and give them a couple weeks. And then after they're, you know, a couple weeks old, they're going to come out into the garden. Now, I do have some in the garden right now, but I'm going to plant 10 more varieties today. Okay, so I filled up these trays, and these are the trays that they come with the 12 cells, and the tray, the 12 cells, and then they come with the dome here. I've shown these before. I put a link in the description below to where you can go out and purchase these. But they work really well because they're just the right size. I can put 4 or 5 seeds in here, and so 12 times 5, I can put 60 plants in here and then just separate them when I'm ready to plant them out. So they're the perfect size, and they create this little dome here, and the little mini greenhouse is what it is. You can, you know, it's got a little vent here, and you can change this, you know, how much airflow you want inside each one of these. But I've been using these for a while, and I have this little tamper. And so what I've done is, the reason why I tamp these down is because a lot of times there's just a lot of air in here. And so that will prevent a lot of times germination. You want the soil and the moisture to contact the seeds, and that will help with their germination. Now, I'm not pushing down really hard. All I'm doing is just tightening up the soil a little bit, not really pressing hard. And then what I won't have to do now is, once I press these down, I won't have to like make holes. What this will allow me to do is to just spread the seeds across here, and I'll spread the seeds, and then I'll just cover them up, because this gives me enough room. Once I tamp these down a little bit, that gives me enough room to actually fill it up the rest of the way. And so that's why I'm just tamping these down a little bit. And these little tampers here too are kind of nice. And I have these on my website as well. And so there we go. I've got all those tamped down. Now I went ahead and made some tags on my laser. And so these are, I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 10. Yeah, I've got 10 different ones today. And so I'm going to plant all of these. So the first one is this pirate butter. Now the nice thing about these two is that I can take these little sticks and I can break them in half, and I can laser that one as well. And so I've got, you know, I can make 2 of them. So Paris Island, we'll go ahead and do that one first. And now I've grown Paris Island before, and it's done really well for me. These are all home saved seeds, and so you'll get some kind of that, sometimes that little debris. But you know, if there's like 6 or 8 in here, that's fine too. I can always just, you know, I can thin them out. If I put 10 seeds in each one, and then I just thin them out when they start germinating and growing, and that's fine too. So you really can't, I mean, unless you just absolutely saturated this thing, you really can't overseed the thing. And the seed mix that I used in here is just a soilless mix. It's peat moss based, but if you don't want to use peat moss, you can use anything like coconut coir or something like that. It does have compost in with it, but I don't use a soil mix, because a lot of times that will just add more complications down the road. Specifically with, I mean, I've just gotten used to it. I've had problems before with like my tomatoes and stuff, and you'll get dampening off and whatnot when you use a soil mix. And so it's always just a good idea. The seeds have enough energy within them to get them up, you know, for an inch or two, and just about the time they're ready to be transplanted out. So you don't have to be giving your seeds a lot of nutrients at this point, because the seed contains quite a bit of nutrients. And so then I'm just going to spray this down, get a mist going here. And then put a dome on that. And that's going to go into the grow room. Now I'm not going to bore you with doing all these. So I've got all 10 to do, and then they're going to go into the grow room. So this is Red Chief that I planted in here 2 days ago. And so I definitely have to get these covered up, because once they start getting some growth to them, I'm going to start having bug issues, and also the squirrels are going to come and take these right away. And you're probably wondering, how do I know that? Well, so yeah, he decimated my little gems a couple years ago, and I'm not going to let that happen again. So these are all going to get covered, and yeah, little boogers. Okay, so I've got 10 varieties now that are going to go in the grow room, and then in a couple weeks when I'm going to bring them outside, I'll bring you guys along too. And then I'm also going to be doing a video on the row covers. And so when I build those row covers, I'm going to bring you guys along and show you how I do that too. So, but anyways, if you have mild winters, go ahead and plant your lettuce now. Get it started. They prefer to be grown indoors, because they'll take forever to germinate and grow when the temperatures go like, 60, 70 during the day, and then 45 at night. And then the fluctuation in temperature, the seeds just don't like it. They like a consistent like 70 degrees or so, and then they'll sprout quickly, germinate, and then they'll grow really well. And then you bring them outside and they'll do fine. Also, some people were wondering, how is my off-grid cabin coming? And we had some rain, so I actually had to cover it. But in the next couple of days, it's supposed to get warm again. But yeah, it's the roof is on, but I just need to do the shingles, the tar paper and shingles, and then I'll be doing mostly interior. I just got some T111 I need to put on this end here. But this is on the up against the north garden. And so, yeah, this is going to be a nice quiet cabin here, completely off-grid. But yeah, when I start it back up again, I'll bring you guys along and show you some progress. But for right now, it's coming along. It's just going to take some time. They should be done in another month or two. Oh, and I also want to show him. He is our new rescue. He's half blind. And those of you that have been watching my channel for a while know that my little Bijan of 17 and a half years passed away last year, and had the opportunity to get him. But he's a lot different. He hangs really close to me because being half blind, and so he'll wander off. But as long as I keep talking, he'll stay close to my voice, and he's like a little Velcro dog. But so yeah, if you live in a warmer climate like 7 and up, yeah, get your lettuce in, get your spinach in. I've got other stuff that I'm going to be doing here in another day or two that's apart from lettuce, and so I'm going to be doing spinach and stuff too. But stay tuned for that video. But for now, I'm going to get this lettuce into the grow room and get ready to plant some other stuff too. So stay tuned for that. All right, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. All right, we'll catch you guys later.